Hi everybody. Public apology time, I guess, I don't know, I guess try and keep what's possibly going to happen from happening. I'm being evicted from my grandparents' property, which really hurts and sucks. I can't blame them because I did it to myself, and I guess what I have to apologize for, it's like, I pushed myself to become a fabric of reality. I mean, not just that. I mean, I started out, Shadow Naquin. I pushed myself to be a tattoo artist, and I got really good at that, so it was like, what's next? And so then it was like, okay, let's be a spirit guide and shaman. Well, I did that for like a year and a half, got really good at that, and it was like, well, what's next? And so gods, entities, deities, ultimately, shadow as a fabric of reality. I've touched every single person on this fucking planet, so I can't, like, I know why this is happening, but it's like, how do I stop it? It's like, why couldn't we have just played cards or fucking done something normal instead of me always just trying to push for healing and all that good stuff, and not quite knowing how to with my own family because of certain things. I guess that's kind of the real bitch of this. It's like, I feel like I'm constantly rejected by my family. It's like, you're always there and you're helping and you're, willing to provide a place for me to live and food, but it's like, and that's not unappreciated, it's more than appreciated, but it's like, I don't have anybody backing me anywhere else. Like, I know I do, but I don't know. It's really hard when you spent the last 4 years as a fabric of reality looking at every single thing in existence from every single point of view. And I'm only just now to the point where it's like, I'm scared of what I'm becoming and the things that are happening. It's like, time and space are easily molded. It's all energy, it's all currents, it's all waves, things like that. And I live and feed and breathe off of this energy. And quite frankly, that's all I've cared about, because ever since becoming and finding shadow in its infinite forms, it's like, what am I capable of in this form? And it was all good at first. I mean, it was still a little over the top with how I present things, because it's not like there's a book on any of this. There's the Book of Shadows. I mean, it's a book. It's not, how do you present any of this to the world and new findings, and how do you do it? And like, I thought Facebook was the best way, but clearly that's not. Energetically is the best way I've found. And so for the most part, my celestial energetic work stays just singular when I need other people to be able to practice and collaborate with. So, ideally you collaborate with other fabrics of reality. But, maybe I am crazy. Every other fabric of reality I know, same thing. They have a human life and a celestial life. And there's balance between that. And, I got, my first 25 years of my life, I had no concept of spirit. So as soon as I had it, I have OCD and obsessive compulsive disorder and schizophrenia, manic depression, hyperbipolar disorder, ADD, homicidal ideations, suicidal ideations, and it's all a manifestation of that. ADD is the ability to process things faster than you can keep up. So like, literally the last 4 months, I'm watching my life from every angle and direction, not just mine, but everyone else's. It's like a shadow itself. I'm in everyone and everything, and I'm catching everyone and everything's energy, their thoughts, their processes, their patterns, their lifestyles, and the patterns of everybody around me. And it's like, all I want to do is help, but you all have something I don't. You know, you guys have people there for you at the end of the day. Fucking, I come home, but I'm fucking alone here. Yeah, the only way I can connect with anybody is energetically. And so, you know, I've gotten used to that. And since I've been 18, you know, it was on my own. Yeah, I had roommates and stuff, but, you know, as a kid, I was medicated and locked in mental institutions, military school, so all I even know how to do anything physically, and growing up with Hell's Angels, is through violence, anger as motivation, and with abrupt violence and vulgarity. And, like, I'm trying really hard not to be that guy. And not just physically, but cosmically. It's because, like, you know, and my thing is I'm pretty much shut off from my cosmic self at this point. It got scary. You know, I finally encountered something not long ago that terrified me. And it was a journey where basically I was lost in reality as a fabric of reality. And it's hard to even talk about this stuff because, again, when you're still energetically attached to the whole, everything you do makes a difference. And it's not always good. And that's what I would like to apologize for, because, again, I haven't found a book for any of this. And I haven't been able to receive help for any of it. You know, I approached some of the biggest spiritual groups in the U.S. who unfortunately are related to me in this matter, where, you know, it's like, hi, I'm Shadow, I run the Shadow Realm, this is what I've been doing for the last 4 years. And I mean, you can feel it. You know, I'm not completely disconnected. I can still call upon it, but I physically, if I'm going to have a life here, have to be disconnected from it for a while, because I don't remember what it's like to be human. And the fact of the matter is, now I'm being evicted right before fucking winter. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at having to go car camping. I mean, it's either that or I fucking die and become the celestial I've been trying to be. And you guys won't see me here anymore. You're going to be left with the half a temple that I was actually trying to build and leave behind for the world, that I thought I would have a lot more time to do. You know, I was shooting to live for 1,000 years. But again, it's like, yeah, it's a possibility, but do I really want to? And again, because I'm scared of what I've seen and done, that's not what I want anymore. It's like right now, I just miss being held by my fucking family. Because fact of the matter is, I've never had it. At least not since I can remember. Fucking since I was a kid, my brother got all the praise, got to go hunting, fucking all this shit. And, you know, part of it's a manifestation of our personalities. I've always been into magic and shit like that, even before I thought it was real. And, you know, my brother had issues, so he needed to be coddled. I didn't. I played with Legos and fucking read Harry Potter. You know? And then, you know, I fucking, you know, got medicated and a bunch of other shit. And, you know, that just turns you into an angry, hateful ball of hatred. You know, my grandma says to me today, you know, you're an extremely light person. It's like, no, I'm not. That's all I let you see. Because I have to do this shit alone. Fuck yeah, I don't feel like I can trust anybody, because when I open up to people, I don't know if it's just too crazy for them or what, but they shut me out. And I get why things are happening, especially after the other night. The journey that I had, I don't feel in control of my life anymore. For like the last couple months especially, I feel like, again, I'm a fabric of reality, lost in reality, just getting bashed with waves of energy and hate and, you know, physically, same thing. You know, I'm trying my best to maintain balance. You know, I had to figure out what I'm capable of. Yeah, you know, I just don't feel like I should be evicted in this scenario. It's like all I ever wanted to do was help people, and yeah, I pushed too hard, and I apologize for it. I'm willing to rectify the situation. And it's not hard to do. I just have to fucking buckle down, you know, and I'm willing to do it. Like, it's not healthy for me to smoke weed right now. I know that. And the last couple times I have, I feel completely back in that out of control place. And, you know, it's stupid as it may sound, you know, I should have picked it up the first time. But, you know, I'm on 3 rounds right now trying to smoke weed, and I can't hold it down anymore. So I'm not. You know, I can't say that I won't ever, because the fact of the matter is, it's a beautiful plant-based medicine that helps people, and it's helped me. It's just, I feel like I've done too much of a good thing kind of deal. So it's like, yeah, cut back, settle down, get back to facilitating journeys and tattooing, and yeah, helping my friends, helping my family. Like, they've got a billion projects. Maybe if I help them, they'll actually help me for once. You know, and I'm not talking about the immediate friends and family. You guys are there and helping me as much as you can, but I need more help still. As a fabric of reality. If I stop and just be Shadow Naquin, it's like, okay, my list of duties is exponentially smaller. It's a lot more physically, and it's going to take me time to do it. But I'm not opposed to it. Again, it's just, I've been pushing for something for so long that I lost touch with who and what I am on a completely different level. And this just really sucks. It's like right now, I'm being evicted. I have 30 days to get out physically. I have 60 days to get my stuff out. I don't have a state ID. Like, I've worked 4 years to get off grid and live a lifestyle that doesn't involve government, politics, money, finance, fucking any of it. It's all 90% barter trade and sacrifice, and the only reason that the 10% is there is because 90% of the world still believes that you need money to survive. I've done it. 3 years, I went straight, basically without money. Maybe $30 a month. 300 tops on the best of months the last couple of years. Lately I've been lucky, and you know, I'm promoting for the $2,000 tattoos a month, and people say that's god awful expensive, but it's because I'm doing so many other things for everybody. At least at the time. I might not be now because I'm cutting back on the cosmic work, but I mean, those $2,000 tattoos, you're receiving the blessings of Shadow itself, and you still will, ideally in a more balanced form, in human form. But it's like, how do you help somebody? How do you evict somebody who's trying to save the world? You know, I'm pushing for teleportation because the fact of the matter is, we can try and advance our cars and spaceships and satellites as much as we want, but the fact of the matter is, with telepathy, you don't need telecommunication. With teleportation, you don't need vehicles. That's a lot of space junk that's not fucking running around. That's a lot of garbage off our planet. You know, I got there, and it's terrifying. Because I don't even want to put it out, because then the expectation is there, and I don't have it fully figured out. It's scary. I don't have anybody working with me on it. I know there's other people who are out there doing it, but I've never met them. I've seen them online, and they try to do videos on how to explain to it, and they actually do really good jobs as far as like starting out, entry-level stuff, but you know, you reach a certain vibration and you can't be recorded on a phone. You know, our planet is locked in at a frequency of, I think it was like 7.8 gigahertz because of the cell towers and all the radios and reception and things that we have. It locks us in a vibration. We as humans even have the ability to raise and lower our vibration, but if you don't know any of that or how to do any of it, you know, and, you know, I took on all these different personalities to appease different types of people, and again, you know, it's like, sometimes it's advantageous, other times it's not. And I just feel like, you know, I need to get back to a place of simplicity. And the thing is, like, this all wouldn't have even come up if I hadn't been called out and told that I was going to be evicted. So, I mean, it happened for a reason. It's just I would like it to stop. And I don't know how. I mean, I know how, but I don't know, man. I'm like, if my grandparents are dead set on me leaving the property, I have to leave because I still have a physical body unless I'm leaving this planet altogether. And all I have to do is call the cops and I have to leave. And I would never, ever want it to come to that. I never wanted it to come to this. But nobody's listening. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to take the time to sit and figure out Shadow in the Shadow Realm. Which isn't that fucking complicated. It's the same as everybody else's, except for, like I said, I've just been pushing way too much for the cosmic and lost track of who I am on this planet. And I know that. Like, deep down, like... This hasn't been an easy journey. I've been scared the whole time. And I have to convince myself every day that the things that I say and do are real. And that, you know... And on top of it, everybody's still questioning it. I have to prove to myself that I am sane, while everybody else is questioning my sanity. It's insane. And like, all I ever wanted to be was held, respected, something, loved. I feel like it's just like... I know people love me, but you don't fucking know me. And it's like, I feel like the most misunderstood fucking, not only person, but fucking entity on this planet. Shamanic teachings teaches that there's the light and shadow self, and the fact of the matter is, there's not. There's light, shadow, darkness, peace, hope, love, all sorts of other things, and shadow gets fucking demonized. So my heavy set goal the last couple of years is demonetizing shadow. And becoming a demon at the same time. Not for the purpose of fucking scaring people, it's just because I don't have people physically helping me, so I need more hands, feet, eyes, tentacles, and teeth to get the work done that I do. It's why I'm able to pull off crazy projects with exponential speed, because I'm not doing it by myself. I'm doing it with the cosmics and the flow and the entities that are presenting themselves. And I can't even see the motherfuckers. Like, I have nobody physically in my reality most days. I work with all these gods, entities, deities, people, and they're never here. I feel like I have to beg to have a friend over. Shouldn't be that way. In my own place, I could literally wave my arms and 20 people show up for a journey group. It was beautiful. And again, I disbanded that group because I got to a place of knowing and I felt uncomfortable. So I set off to find the other half to everything, which was nothing. And so I came up with everything and nothing, and it turned something. I didn't. Mother Ayahuasca gave it to me. But I always knew, way before that, 13 years prior, that I wanted a fucking inverted cross on my head. I didn't know if it was going to be tattooed, carved, or whatever. It's like this stuff always comes from somewhere. You know, my brother tried to give me a heads up so this wasn't blindsided, and I'm glad he did, because if this had happened a different way, I probably You know, I present myself as a light entity, but at the same time I don't. I know full good and well, generally I'm a bad guy trying to do the right thing. Like, at least that's how I feel inside. You know? That's the thing, nobody sees what's inside, at least that I know of. I've tried to make it aware, but at the same time I don't know how good of an idea that was. I know it's not healthy to live as infinite things in infinite spaces and time, seeing infinite dimensions of reality and doing infinitely infinite things all at once. And quite frankly, the last time it manifested, it's terrifying. If I had it my way, what I really wanted to do today, rather than, because the initial intention was my whole family was going to have an intervention and tell me, you know, basically I'm evicted. But, you know, I'm like, why when all we have to do is communicate? It's like I would have rather had a FaceTime chat with my family, because the fact of the matter is we're all in different spaces in time and states physically that we can't communicate. And no offense, my family has a lot of issues, and it's been really hard to work as a spirit guide and shaman when your family's got all these issues and aren't willing to work them out. I feel like I'm the only one who's been willing to, and nobody wants to listen to me. Nobody's reaching out, things like that. My other thing is, as a darker entity, I am a driving force. I am the most likely to forcefully do something. If something needs to be done, I will fucking do it. And there is not a goddamn thing that is going to stop me. The issue is, that's not the way it should be done. As Shadow itself, I try to manifest a face of unconditional love and understanding, manifested by perfect people, perfect place, perfect time, to grow and heal and do this stuff. And then nobody wants to be here. It's like, why? Why can't we all just grow? Why can't we heal? Why can't we love? I guess the real reason is because I can't love, because I don't feel loved. It's like, I know I'm loved, but I don't feel it. Once in a blue moon, again, because I've been a cosmic entity, I'm able to feel my friends and family in that form energetically. And it's like, I know I'm not alone. But look at me. There's no less than 1,500 people who helped with this trailer, and not one of them has stepped foot in it. Sorry, 5 of them have. My 5 closest friends. And again, it's like pulling teeth. I don't know. My worry in leaving, first of all, I have 30 days, which isn't an unreasonable amount of time, other than the fact I haven't been physically grounded enough to live in this reality. I don't have a state ID, and the one that I do is Texas. I don't have a bank account. I don't have a job. I work for myself. I have a job that ideally pays, you know, $4,000 a month if anything ever went my way. It doesn't. Don't think for a second that I'm fucking making money. It's getting better the last couple days, but, you know, people's issue is the legality of what I'm doing. And it's like, I don't know how to do this. Like, I know how to run a shop the normal way. Like, start up a business, rent out a space, make money, pay bookkeepers and all that shit, but I've seen it done. I've seen what it does to people. But again, I've got a boss who's not a boss, the guy who apprenticed me. Any of the people who have apprenticed me. They're tattooing 20 plus years, upwards in their 60s, and aren't retired. You know, there's more to this life than working for the government. And the government's not all bad. Money is a very powerful tool, and the times that I do actually get paid what I'm worth for the work that I put in, I feel bad for the amount right up until I can finally afford to do what it is that I want to do. Ideally, that money goes back into t-shirt printers, computers, graphics design software, fucking other things to promote the Shadow Realm, but everybody's been so forceful with me that you need money to survive, you have to work 9 to 5, you have to get a girlfriend, a job, and a house, that I have to be a power-angry, raging dick and basically slam you on a cosmic level to be like, bitch, universal energy is universal, not the fucking dollar. I have paid for things just by waving fucking energy into somebody's life. Positive energy. Pulling unneeded... Sorry. Apparently we're not actually pulling unneeded shadow energy. Maybe we will, but... Pulling the unneeded shadow energy from people's lives. Cancer. Fear. Anger. Hatred. Death. That's all shit that I've been transmuting on a cosmic scale. And people just keep reintroducing it into their reality. It's fucking insane. So I'm like, I can't keep doing it. It hurts my body physically to do it. I mean, not in the long run, because ideally it's in a manner to where it's not done in accordance to me or Shadow in any shape or form. It's to something higher than us all that binds and connects us. I call it Source. In the Shadow Realm, I call Source Shadow. On Earth, you know, it's whatever. Collective consciousness, God, Allah, Yahweh, whatever. Fucking everybody's got a different name for what they hold higher than themselves. Some people don't even believe in God. You know, their God is, you know, better tattooers. You know, better mechanics. Just... You know, Grandma says the reason I'm being evicted is because all I'm doing is things for myself. And that's not wrong. The last 4 years, the cosmic theme is working on the self. Improve the self to improve everybody else. But I think we can all agree that, and I as Shadow itself have pulled that back. I don't think for a second I haven't played a fucking role in that. And that's just it. It's getting back to simplicity and things like that. And I posted that weeks ago, that I feel like last year and the previous year were opening us up to the infinite possibilities of the universe, where this year is more, okay, now we know what we can do, let's fucking do it. And so I just feel like literally the rug is being yanked out of from under me right as I'm like, I can do it. I can't do it out of my fucking car though, which is exactly what's going to end up happening. It's like, okay, if I get evicted, which I've already been served the notice, so the only way that's happening, it's going back, is if Grandma and Grandfather change their mind. I've got a couple options. I thought maybe there was the option to go claim land in Alaska and do the homestead thing, but apparently they don't do that anymore. Which sucks, not just for me, but for everybody. That means there is no free land. It is all owned by the government now, and I fear for the world on that. Not that I won't continue to try and change it. But that was always the goal, to start a compound. It's like, okay, I'm Shadow, we'll call it the Shadow Realm. It's for like-minded individuals, people who are into magic, mysticism, want to grow, learn, connect with the earth, the land, grow their own herbs, vegetables, live an organic lifestyle if they're not living off the energy of the universe. guys do whatever the fuck you want, really. I prefer no drugs, synthetics, fucking shit like that. In fact, for the most part, I project that out of my life, and then my grandparents do it. My whole family, sorry, not my whole family, one half of the family is medicated because that's all they know. That's all they were taught. And they didn't research any of the shit that I was into. Fucking maybe here and there, but it's like, so without digging into it more, I don't know if I can get land. I don't have a truck to pull the trailer. I mean, I can car camp it because that was an intention for a while. But, you know, all it takes is one day for the car to not be able to start and my ink's frozen. And that's bad for 1,500 people. I don't feel I have friends close enough that I can roommate with. They all have wives and kids. Their own houses. This was the closest thing I've had to my own house. And now it's being taken away from me. It's not even being taken away from me. I'm being taken away from it. It's like, I could even just live in the trailer and be no expense to anybody but myself. And I get why my grandparents don't want to. They're scared because of the things I've been doing on a cosmic scale. I get it. I'm scared. That's why I'm stopping. It's like, you know, it literally occurred to me last night. If you're scared of something, maybe don't fucking do it. You know? The last couple of years have been pushing through my fears of, you know, connection, intimacy, fear of the unknown, fear of what could be considered crazy. You know, it's like, on some level, in order to heal oneself, you have to push past your fears. And so that's been the thing. And, you know, yeah, it got pushed too far. I'm sorry. I can't take it back. I mean, I did. I mean, I have taken things back on a cosmic scale. Like, shit'll get real fucking wacky for a minute, and then it's like, okay, that's a bad idea. I'm sorry. There's no book. I'd say there's no way to know, but the only way that I know is to connect with everyone and everything on a cosmic scale and let them tell me what they want and do it. And it's like, people want help with their projects, but the fact of the matter is, I've been alone for so long, I don't know how to help them other than do it for them. It's like, I have an infinite fucking list of things to do in this life that I wanted to live for 1,000 years for. And I recognize that it's not always good to be on that cosmic scale, because then you're manifesting that same list for everyone else, and it's not good. So then it's just like, I physically have an infinite list of things to do, I cosmically have an infinite things to do, and we all have an infinite list of things to do, and it never stops, and it's insane. So I'm stopping. Like, I'm like, won't hurt me. And, you know, a huge part of me just wants things to go back to the way things were. You know, I miss, I was a kid, and, you know, I could just, it's just, yeah. It's like, again, why couldn't we have just played cards? And then I want to now, and people look at me weird because it's like, okay, well, you're going back on everything you said. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm still doing the cosmic work, but I need to be like 90% Shadow Naquin. I don't, if I feel called by divine intervention or there is somebody in need, I'm not going to say no. I can't. I help people. I love people. I love everyone and everything unconditionally. But yeah, like I said, things have been getting crazy lately, and I'm recognizing it. It's like, okay, pull it in, help me, please. But at the same time, all the people that I'm asking for help, I'm pretty sure are burnt out on helping me. I'm like, maybe it'll be better because it'll be more physical and something you know. But I'm like, I feel like this is just another repeating pattern every year or two. Trying to run the shadow realm out of other people's spaces, it doesn't work. The thing is, I have my own space now. So, and I know I can't tattoo here, but at least I can get legal with the state as a non-governmental entity and organization, make the donations. You know, at that point, I'm legal with the state, I can accept donations and volunteers and people to help. But same thing, I'm doing everything, and the money's been so displaced that it's like, okay, somebody finally gave me the money to, hey, go get legal. And it's set aside to do it, but the crazy thing is the request to become a non-governmental entity and organization is extremely rare. It's usually, all I've heard is the only people who do it is fucking people money laundering and stuff like that. It's like, that's not my intent. Any money I make doesn't go to me. I don't want money. Like, and I try to make my own clothes. Like, this stuff I bought in the past, or it was given to me, or what have you. 90% of the Shadow Realm is barter, trade, and sacrifice. And I say sacrifice just because I like dark and creepy shit. It's donation. People sacrifice their time, effort, energy, their belongings, their unneeded shadow energy to Shadow and the Shadow Realm, and I transmute it in an infinite number of ways. This is the physical manifestation. I mean, it's a nice fucking trailer. It is nothing compared to what I thought, wanted, or imagined. But it's beautiful. I would like to be able to do things with a little more intention and slow down and take the time and effort and energy to do it 100% right, because this still isn't it. This is a trailer put together by me as fast as I possibly could, because fact of the matter is, I wanted this done overnight. As Shadow itself, I pulled enough fucking cosmic energy to get everybody together, but because the year prior, I'm trying to connect with everybody energetically and telepathically, but doubted my own self so much that I couldn't bring myself to go out and connect with these people. It's like I could feel somebody summoning me. But because I wasn't taught any of this, not here, you know, it's like, okay, then you get stuck in your head, what if I show up at the wrong house? You know? And then it's like, what if you do? Big fucking whoop. Try every door on the fucking thing. And even if it's not the right one, at least you did it. Try again. You'll get it. You know, the shit is real. Whether it scares me or not. And the thing is, it does. A lot of it's really easy. It's really easy to do things when you can't actually see it. I mean, I see it, but I'm not like hallucinating. You know? In some way it can be described as that, because I see things in my head. I guess it's hard to explain how you even see things. Because it's not with my eyes. It's like I don't see. That's the bitch about living your life for the last 4 years in a duality. Because you do and don't do everything. It's like... You know, does any of it make sense? All I'm saying is, don't give up on me and don't fucking evict me. Because right now, I'm looking at the only option I have is car camping. Especially in Alaska. It'd be one thing if it was down in the States and I could go find a hippie compound and maybe even find a compound of Celestials. But we're in Alaska. It's about to get real fucking cold. Which is stupid because the year that I wanted a car camp, I was manifesting summer and winter to do so. And then the funds weren't there. So I couldn't go. Sorry, not because the funds weren't there. I wasn't going to let that stop me, but the passport. And it's like, again, okay, still a physical human. But I needed that time to research, study, train, channel, all these things. The fact of the matter is, I know it's not just my grandparents who are done and fed up. And that's why I'm doing this video, because the fact of the matter is, like I said, as Shadow itself, the last 4 years, I've touched everyone and everything. Throughout infinite space and time. Everywhere there's a shadow, I've been, will be, forever and always. Some aspect of self. Doesn't mean I physically have to. Physically, I want to reconnect with my family. I want to see my mom. I miss my sister, my brother. And even the last time I got to see him, I couldn't ground enough to be able to do the things I wanted to do. And even with my search for Silhouette, it's like, okay, I know she's real, I know she exists, I've seen her manifest through others. But if I never ground physically, how am I ever going to find her physically? You know? I'm like, the people that this affects. Like, business has been slow, but people depend on me for tattoos. Like, I've always prided myself in the fact that I'm not one of those tattooers that goes to jail, gets spun out on drugs, and is mentally unstable. And it's only very recently that I've been unstable. In, like, a couple of days. And I realized it spun down real fast, like... But... it's all shifts in energy. There's no reason this can't pick back up. Ground more physically. Right. I can't just go get a job. I have tattoos that keep me from 90% of jobs. Most places, especially corporations, gang-related, nudity, and religious tattoos, they will not hire you. Hands, face. I realize I did that to myself, but the fact of the matter is, I waited 13 years before doing so. I knew at 13 I wanted to be a tattooer, and I knew at that point I wanted an inverted cross on my forehead. I did not get or do a tattoo on myself till I was 18. And even did, I started in unmarkable places. I went through a tattoo apprenticeship. I went through Fred Meyer, fucking everything else. Gradually getting them. I did not do this until I was completely committed to this lifestyle. So I'm still committed. Do I think that the cosmic shit needs to fucking tone down? Oh, yeah. Do I think that the weed smoking needs to cut down? Yeah. Not completely, though, because the fact of the matter is, I moderate that very well. Okay? Last couple days, sure, a little rough. But I don't need it. It just makes my life a fucking lot easier. It helps me focus. It gives me drive. It helps me connect. Open up. Receive things from the universe. It's not needed, though. I can meditate and do all that. I've done it. I did a 3-month meditation, stark sober, locked in a room, no food, water, or drink. Once in a while, I would come out for a drink. And I ate super fucking light. We're talking like once a month. Other than that, I sat in my room, I meditated, I did ritual, I manifested a better reality for all. I did Tai Chi and energy bending and Reiki, Feng Shui. Fuck yeah, that's all the last 4 years has been, and I don't know why I'm being chastised for it. Other than the last couple days, it's gotten a little out of control. And I get it, it's a bigger issue. It's been gradually working up to this. Like, I'm not an idiot. I've been watching everything from every angle and every dimension in reality. There isn't a thing you can say on this that I'm not going to be like, yeah, I know. But that's part of why my life sucks and is so dark inside right now. It's like when somebody's talking to you and you know the words that are being said. And they're just words. And they're not relevant to you or your reality. Because you're not trying to ground in this physical reality. Sorry, I'm not trying to ground in this physical reality, so the words aren't relevant to me. You know, I'm transmuting death on a cosmic scale. The last thing I want to hear when I walk into a house is how many people died today. You know. It's just kicking me while I'm down. Somebody brought that up. A close friend mentioned it. Like, I didn't even realize it. It's like, I am. Nobody's like, here, let me help you. Ever. It's like, I get stuck and I ask for help, and it's like this god-awful thing. I'm glad they're there. I would be. I have the time, effort, or energy. That's the other thing. My physical energy is so low. Again, I've spent most of my time astral projecting around the cosmos to try and find cosmic answers for the whole. That leaves your physical body atrophied. I've literally laid in bed from so much projection that I have felt my legs go bad. So then I have to dial it back. I get up, I start moving, I energy bend, and that's why I was like, okay, I can't sit in the fucking basement anymore. You know, the thing is, when I first moved in with my grandparents, it was super cool being able to reconnect with them because, you know, it's like being a kid again. You know, your grandparents are making you home-cooked meals, and it's loving and nurturing and this and that, and then at some point, it's not healthy. And I knew that a long time ago. That's why I created the Shadow Realm. Because rather than say I'm living in my grandparents' basement at 25 years old, I've created my own realm within their realm. Okay? I do not depend on them other than to work together. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Anything I take, I reciprocate. The energy for the lights. That's the only money I need in my life, other than for tattoo supplies. And ideally, you guys take care of that. It hasn't been getting taken care of. The last time I stocked up on tattoo supplies, I got in a fucking car accident. You know? I don't feel like that's going to happen this time. Business is actually kind of picking up since I've regrounded very rapidly. Like I said, it's like I'm very quickly realizing there is an issue, and I'm very quickly trying to fix it. So it's like, let me fix it. Help me reconnect with you guys. It's like, instead of having an intervention to kick me out of the family, why don't you listen to what I'm saying? And let's conglomerate on some shit. Fucking, we're not in the same states. Why don't we have fucking family FaceTimes and fucking reconnect? That's my idea. Yeah, no offense, but fuck, man. Ain't a goddamn one of you talk to me. Okay? So wonder why I don't want to talk to you. That's the other thing, these. Again, I don't want to quit. I want better. And that's my thing, is like, I've been so... I knew a while back I got into a bad place with my art. I haven't quite figured out what to do with it, but I do now. And it's like, everything I would do, I would have these ungodly expectations for myself, and I wasn't meeting them. And not even ungodly. It's like there's humans tattooing better than I am. And I'm not meeting that requirement because I'm open to everyone else's energies, and when other people aren't open to that, and all they're open to is what they know, that's all I can do. So when all you know is 90s tattoos, I can present better, but you gotta give me that chance. You gotta be willing to listen to somebody who knows a little more about what you're getting. So, you know, I know everybody wonders about all this stuff that I'm doing, and I've been too busy to stop and do the courses and all the videos that I've wanted to do, because again, I don't have enough hands. And I don't have enough people in my life who believe that I have enough hands to do it. Or I do, and again, this is all just creating like a crazy thing, so I'm just trying to pull down. And it's like, stop, slow down, take the time with your drawings. If it takes a month to do, as long as it looks good, and amazingly, infinitely better than the last, why not? Same with anything else. Just like, I'm probably gonna go for another 7 minutes. Let's make this an hour-long video. But yeah, and then the thing is, like, I get to a point where it's like, okay, I want to teleport. Okay, I did it. Now I'm terrified because it's real. Now I have to live in a reality where that's real. I don't know what the government's going to do. I don't know what the people around me are going to do when they find out. So I back away because I'm immediately bombarded with what I call unneeded shadow energy in that scenario. It's like I don't need all that angst and the multitude of questions and things like that when I'm already questioning reality. Like when you question a fabric of reality as a human, while they're already questioning reality, trying to figure out who they are as a celestial fabric of reality, creates a lot of chaos. And that's what happened. And that's why I'm like, okay, I can't be a celestial anymore. I can channel that aspect of self on Facebook. It's like, okay, if I feel that shadow itself has something relevant to speak to the rest of the world, I will. But I can't use that cosmic power for my own gain. which I feel like to some extent I have been, which is probably not good. But for the most part, I mean, there's a balance in it. There's both. You know, I don't shut out anything or anyone. There are certain things I won't allow into my physical reality and choose not to channel physically, you know, as far as rape, pillage, plunder, murder, drugs, you know. But, you know, for the most part, I don't shut shit out, you know. I don't give a shit if you do it. Just don't do it in my shit. You know? And that's the thing, the fucking doubt that comes with everything, you know. Fact of the matter is, I could tell you that teleportation is real. I could show you a video right now where I just vanish. But then what happens? Okay. Now people, A, either know you're a teleporter, or B, we're in a day and age where that's easily fucking recreated with cinema. Probably still get burned. And it's like, I feel like I'm the black sheep, which is cool, but I'm fucking digging it right now. I'm tired of being cast out like a shadow. It's like, the shadow itself, I cast nothing out. When I cleanse a home, physically, I cleanse it with the intention, if it's meant to be here, it'll be here, positive or negative or otherwise. At least if it's showing up and it's dark and creepy and scary, at that point, I've already done the magic to know that it's here for a reason. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'll talk with my uncle. Hopefully we'll get this worked out with the family there. I'm going to try and call everybody tomorrow for a family meeting and see if we can't work something out. Because, at no point does it seem right to me to kick somebody out when they're already struggling, for one. 2, family. And 3, willing to make a comeback and make every effort to do so. Not every effort. I'm not willing to like medicate myself with synthetic drugs and demean myself that way. I'm not going to go try and apply for a 9-to-5 job because 10 years I've worked on Shadow Realm and I'm kind of committed. And it does provide everything that I need to survive without money. So money isn't there when I need it. It's just I don't need much. And the only money I do need is for expansion. It's not even for me, it's for you guys. In reality. It's for me a little bit because I enjoy tattooing and designing t-shirts and want to get into 3D rendering to improve my tattoos and trades and to keep expanding on the Shadow Realm, whether it's to buy equipment for whatever. But I don't get that money. Like, I might, I'd say I'd take some for food, but I don't eat much. At least I haven't been. The more I ground physically, and that's the only time I do have to eat, is when I'm living a physical life. So, I mean, it will be an expense in the future, and so I am pushing again for the Shady Shadow specials. But, and barter, trade, and sacrifice otherwise, you know, it's like, again, ideally, the funds go into the Shadow Realm, and then I'm able to barter and trade and sacrifice with close friends and locals for the other stuff. As far as, okay, trade tattoo work for organic meats and produce to survive, for, you know, toys to help maintain the property and to take out on our journeys, and to pay for tattoo equipment and propane, gas, you know, just the basic things that, again, exist because 90% of the world believes you need money to survive. If more people we can get on board and get back to a more natural state of being, the less we need that stuff, the less we depend on our government, who, quite frankly, doesn't give a shit what we want. It's like, no offense, but it's full of a bunch of old fogies who aren't paying a dick bit of attention to, like, the younger generations. And that's not entirely true. Sorry, I am bad-mouthing the government. That's not nice. They are and serve their purpose in the world. It's just, I feel like they have a little more power than they should, much like myself even in a way. But that ideally it's all coming back to a better balance. So same thing. I'm trying to make sure I'm doing this right. I know I need to apologize for the things that I've done and to make drastic changes. And just kind of refine what I was already doing. It's like, yeah, like I said, cut back on the weed, tattoo more, work on the shadow realm, focus on money a little bit, and stay in this reality outside of work. You know, there are people who pay me to channel shadow itself, and that is the ideal. Whether it's with money, food, whatever. Good energy, juju. I mean, I enjoy what I do. But as we've said, I feel like there's a theme that's too much of a good thing kind of deal. So right now, as much as I love being a cosmic entity, a celestial fabric of reality, I kind of love my family more. And so I need to ground a little bit. Because the alternative is you are left with a body and a half a temple compared to what I wanted. If that, I kind of have visions for big grand temples dedicated to shadow and shadow itself, and shadow stone pillars and communions with the shadow realm, and working with entities in sacred space, and helping humanity and giving not just myself a place to channel my abilities, but ideally others and the future generations, because they come in stronger every time. But I'm really hoping that this eviction doesn't happen, and that rather than casting somebody out, you will allow that person to do what they've been trying to do the whole time and help everybody pull together. The thing is, like I said, I'm a shadow entity, so I'm the catalyst. I don't want to fucking lead shit. I don't know how. Like, that's not my purpose in life. I shadow shit. I watch, I learn, I observe, I protect, I guide, I insight, I wisdom, fucking, I magic and juju. It's like, I say we need schools for kids with superhuman abilities. That doesn't mean I want to lead it. I ain't a fucking teacher. I try when I can, and when I do, and I do it really well. But that's not... I don't even want to take over the world. It's like, there is an A aspect to self, but it's like, how advantageous is that really for me? Now I gotta live in this black, red, and white world, which sounds great in the workings of it, but by the time you get there, it's like, oh my god, where's the other colors? But I don't know. I love you guys, and I hope you're willing to help me out on this. Support me in any way you can, because I would and do the same for you. I always have, and I always will. I've always loved you guys, even if I'm not the greatest at showing it because of my own issues. I just hope that we can pull this together and do good things for the world. So, yeah. I love you, and I'll talk to you later.